Hey, what's up? Amelia here. Let's see what's making news. If you live in Melbourne, then you'll probably need to start wearing one of these whenever you leave the house. It's one of the Victorian Government's new rules to tackle a spike in COVID-19 cases. But there are some exceptions. Here's Charlotte.
It's a long line, and it's not for Taylor Swift tickets or free donuts. These guys are actually waiting to get their hands on a face mask. They're hot property now the Victorian Government's made it compulsory for people in coronavirus-hit Melbourne and Mitchell Shire to wear them. From 11:59 p.m. on Wednesday, people will have to wear a mask or face covering whenever they leave the house, or face a $200 fine. It's all to provide a physical barrier to the virus and keep all your germy droplets to yourself and not let them loose in the air for other people to breathe in.
I think that the sooner we get on top of it, the better. So the sooner that everyone complies, the better. And it's not that hard to wear a mask.
I think it's overdue. We should have had these rules in place like months ago.
But there are some exceptions to the rule. Kids under 12 years of age don't need to wear one, or teachers while they're teaching, or if you're doing something active, although you're still expected to carry one with you to wear before and after. The Victorian Premier says it doesn't have to be anything too fancy. Even a scarf will do the job, and some people are getting pretty creative about it. It's also just ordered 1.37 million reusable masks to hand out to students in schools across the state. But it's important to remember wearing a mask won't necessarily stop you from getting or transmitting COVID-19. It's just another way for us to be a bit safer while we're out and about.
The United Arab Emirates mission to Mars successfully blasted off from Japan this morning. Here's Nat.
And liftoff. The UAE's first mission to Mars took off this morning, right about the time you were probably waking up for school. They're not the only ones sending missions to Mars this year either. There's also China and the US. But what makes this one special is it's the first time the UAE has sent a spacecraft into outer space. So what's the goal? Why are they going to Mars? Well, the plan is for Hope to orbit the red planet, taking samples of the atmosphere and seeing how it interacts with space and solar winds. It'll test for things like oxygen and hydrogen levels and how the different levels of Mars's atmosphere are connected, as well as trying to understand what ancient Mars was like. But we'll have to wait a while before we hear much more about what it finds. It'll take around 7 months to reach Mars. So until then, I hope it all goes well. Get it? Hope it all goes well.
There's no bigger moment in a game of footy than when it all comes down to a single kick after the siren. That's what happened when Port Adelaide took on Carlton. The Power missed some big opportunities in the final term to put the game away, and this kick from Robbie Gray was their last hope. Nailed it.
He seized it like no one else. Robbie Gray.
It's Monday. Maybe you're still missing the weekend or stuck in lockdown. But in a lot of ways, things are looking up. Captain Tom Moore has been knighted by the Queen. The 100-year-old vet's kind of a celebrity now. He's raised around $60 million for the UK National Health Service by walking laps of his garden. He probably should have been looking up for this pivotal moment, but the Queen didn't make him take a knee for the ceremony. They did have a good chat though.
That's between the Queen and I, yes. That's, I don't think I'll tell anybody what she said.
Oh well. Apparently she invited him to tea, but he said he had other plans. If you've been looking up at the sky in the southeast of England lately, you've probably seen swarms of flying ants. Even if you didn't, the weather radar definitely did. The swarm of flying ants stretched 80 kilometres. Golly. Things are looking up for this brave 6-year-old Avengers fan in the US. He was injured saving his sister from a dog attack, but the stars of his favourite movies have reached out to show their support.
So I read your story, saw what you did. Now I'm sure you've heard a lot of this over the last couple of days, but let me be the next one to tell you, pal, you're a hero.
He's even sending Bridger an authentic Captain America shield. Iron Man Robert Downey Jr. sent a message too.
I'm gonna do one better. You call me on your next birthday. I got something special for you.
And Spider-Man Tom Holland has invited him to the set of Spider-Man 3. What a superhero moment. Well, that's it for now, but if you haven't already, then make sure you hit that subscribe button right down there so you don't miss out on any episode of BTN Newsbreak. Thanks for watching.